LGD's turn to ban.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to, of course, WPC Ace Dota 2 League here. It is game number 2 of a best-of-5 series between Tongfu and LGD Gaming. Once again, thank you so much for joining us. We witnessed a really good first game coming out from both sides, obviously. Jumping into game number 2 here, really excited to see what the future holds for us. Once again, my name is Malt. With me tonight is Rebrews. How are you tonight, Ryu?
I'm good. How's your night been, sir?
Well, other than the massive microphone failures we had in the first game and just, you know, a little bit of issues with the delay, it's been going really well. It's been going okay, I gotta say. So,
are you calling out DSMJ?
No, I wasn't doing that at all. I think
you just. Okay.
I think I gave him the subtle flames. Listen,
you probably did.
Well,
they did just lose to a disruptor.
I don't think I can ever call out a legendary Dota player and get away with it, so I'm definitely not doing that. If anything, I'm calling you out. So, ouch. Yeah, whatever. All right, we're going to jump to the draft, though. And that last game was actually really something from LGD Gaming. We talked about it a lot during the game, but apart from that one team fight around the Roche Pit that Tongfu had taken, I think LGD Gaming really had had superior play throughout the entire game there. It's really good stuff.
They had a really good, like, they grouped up early, like even at like 8-9 minutes, 5-man. And that smoke gank early, I forgot when it was, but they like really put the pressure on early game, and it was really effective. So yeah. Now they get Visage. So, which
was interesting because Tongfu picked that up, and San Sheng was really on point with those familiar stuns, but it wasn't enough to really propel them to a victory. And I said it earlier as well. It's just the supports have been, I think, the outstanding players throughout the series we've seen so far, even going back to last night. So, and that is that really a surprise for you, seeing the supports stand out here for, you know, Chinese Dota teams?
Not really, because even though that Nyx was like 19-1, like he didn't carry like the early, mid, and late game. It was still the disruptor because he set up every single team fight. So people might think, oh well, he was 19-1, so he did the best. So no, that game was clearly the disruptor, and what he did to secure the early game for his safe lane, the mid game with all the glimpse backs, not even just for like from the TPs and stuff. So yeah, really well played. And the Chinese Dota actually really love Rubik.
10 seconds remaining.
I mean, it's a good hero, and he does so well in so many different varieties. Remaining. So I'm glad to see they pick it up again. And ZSMJ may be on the next assassin once more. He didn't have a very great game last time. I mean, obviously he had some great 3-minute pales, but other than that, he got caught out of position a lot. And it's uncharacteristic, obviously, but he did have a good early game to start things out. And you talked about, you know, the lifestealer, of course, for LGD Gaming and how good it was. Yeah, it was 19-1, and of course, like you said, I think that, you know, it's not all about the carries. The unsung heroes of Dota are obviously the supports, and that's how it's always going to be in Dota. Obviously, people love, you know, the big plays coming out from Rubik and stuff like that, but when you first start playing Dota, when you first are, you know, accustomed to big Dota games, obviously, you look at the heroes and you see, well, who's getting the most kills, who's getting the most GPM. Those are the most attractive stats, I think, sometimes, but you have to kind of think about what the supports are bringing. But enough about the supports. Let's talk about the draft a little bit. The Nature's Prophet was banned out. Alchemist first banned again, and then the Razor ban coming out. Of course, obviously the Razor is that counter to the Lifestealer, so we'll move forward here.
Yeah, there's still a lot of counters to Lifestealer, I think. The hero, he really has kind of fallen off, but I mean, if you just get another good hero to couple up with him, like they had a Clockwork last game, but they didn't. Yeah, and they did the bombs with him, or the bombs with the Doombringer. All you need is like a Lifestealer, a Storm Spirit or Furion, but Furion's banned out, and the hero becomes exponentially greater because you can just be anywhere on the map with 2 heroes.
It's interesting you bring that up because I feel like in that last game that the Lifestealer was a focal point, but then Fest Bombs weren't necessarily a big part of the game they played. Yes, it I think had an effect in what they were doing early on in the game, but you kind of shift away from that eventually because Infest is that flat damage. So yeah, more and more often it does work, but it's not like huge later on in team fights down the road, right?
It's just basically to get in and pick one person off and just get out sometimes. That's just the burst is really what it's for, but like they didn't even need it last game. You're right, but that's another good hero right there. Dragon Knight to counter the Lifestealer, the tankiness, but I don't know if it's gonna be enough to withstand the Visage nukes though. It's a really tanky hero, but not against the Visage, so we'll see.
Yeah, especially not early on, but he can get to that BKB eventually, and which is going to be a nice pickup, especially if he's mid. I expect him to go for that as one of his first items realistically. Maybe the Shadow Blade earlier, and we talked about it last time. I think it was an NEL game we were talking about Dragon Knight, and he kind of needs that Shadow Blade to roam around and gank effectively, despite the fact that it's been nerfed significantly. So
yeah, I like this Chen pickup. They're gonna have a lot of like they'll have the Visage just staying in lane, keeping out the off lane while their Chen can just map control, and they'll have enough heals for this Nyx assassin gank, and possibly
remaining.
So I'm really liking it. Oh yes, finally! I haven't seen this in forever. Thank you, Dota. Please. Enchantress versus Chen.
Oh.
Like I haven't seen a game Enchantress versus Chen in forever.
The back and forth.
So nice.
Of course, the creeps being stolen every which way.
Yes.
Well, you'll see it now, and we saw a lot of Enchantress last night. Fenrir played an excellent Enchantress for Richie Gaming. This time around, we'll see Tongfu pick it up, and I'm not sure who's going to go for it. This does mean that they have a Nyx Assassin Rubik Enchantress, which you generally consider as 3 supports, but Nyx might be in a farming capacity, maybe even an offlane role, which I know in like Western Dota, we see Ix Mike do it a lot sometimes when he plays in NEL, and just, kind of Western teams do it from time to time, but like, maybe not so much for Tongfu, I'm not sure.
I don't know. It just basically comes down to just they have a lot of push now though because of the Dragon Knight and Enchantress, but these teams, I don't know what I'm talking about, but I wanted to say one thing is that Stormban, I really liked it.
Tongfu's
You're getting tired, Ryu.
I really am. Okay, I've been up forever, guys. Please let me.
Listen, you didn't think, oh, I gotta cast at 2 in the morning tonight. I better get some sleep. You just thought that was not a good idea.
It wasn't even DayZ either.
All right, listen.
Can't even blame that.
10 seconds remaining.
I don't know what to blame, but they do pick up a puck coming out from LGD Gaming,
5 seconds.
and that's
That
something to couple up the infest bombs. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Told you. I got something right.
We agreed on that. It's not like I was disagreeing with you.
All right, fine. Be that way.
All right, whatever. We're jumping into the next ban here for Tongfu, as well as LGD Gaming, and.
All right, which carry? Let's see. What good carry?
Marana. No.
Ew, no.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's a good hero, but like not in this scenario. Well, they do have Rubik, so Marana Potom is kind of a thing. Or not Marana, God, Marana of Rubik. I'm just as tired as you, man. Jeez.
Is that a Nyx off lane, actually? Or are they going...
I literally said that 2 minutes ago. Okay.
Okay.
We're going to restart everybody, and we're going to just...
Hold on.
10 seconds
Welcome
remaining
to the cast.
Yeah. So the Pugna ban is next coming out. There's that. They just want no push on the side of LGD game. They do have a little bit with the Visage and the Chen, not so much with the Puck and the Lifestealer. They can still do work in team fights, however. So it's like I said last night with VG's draft. It's a little bit of both. It's a little bit of pushing. It's a little bit of team fighting. It's a little bit gank oriented coming out for LGD gaming, and that means that they have an effective time early on. They're not going.
Luna.
Yeah, Luna. Or that. That's a good bit, kit pick for Tongfu. I think that could work very well.
Yeah, they have a lot of early game aggression, and Luna would be perfect here for the push they're trying to push in team fight. So
5 seconds remaining.
I mean, the Puck's going to be controlling this game though, but I do like the Nyx Assassin early pickups because it does counter certain heroes like ODE and Storm and Puck sometimes. It kind of veers people away to steers people away from it, picking those heroes, but I'm glad they still pick Puck in this situation because if they can get just any good initiations, they can just catch Tongfu out of position really easily. And
they should. I mean, you saw the initiations. Obviously, they're from Yao last time around. We'll see if he plays the Puck this time around. But, I mean, like, it was really great initiations with the hook shots. Obviously, Lifestealer came in and made space. Chen and Visage are a little bit different than what they had in the last game with, like, the Rubik, who was a little bit more aggressive in initiating. And, obviously, the glimpse coming out from DDC's Disruptors. So it's not the same beast this time around. Tongfu, though, they only have about 20 seconds left on reserve time here. They might go for that Luna, like you mentioned. I talked about Priestess of the Moon a bit to see if they want to go down that path. There's still other carries available to them that they can pick up. I'm just trying to rack my brain right now. I'm trying to think of anything that really jumps out. The Slark was available. We actually neglected to talk about that.
LGD's turn to pick.
And then the Doom comes out right after. Yeah, so I don't know. They were expecting it, I feel like, for VG Game, or excuse me, LGD Gaming.
They just wanted them to pick it, I guess, for the Doom. I think they really are experimenting with the Doom, and I think the Doom actually does shut down the Slark. So this is gonna be 2 times in a row, and see if it works out for them this game.
Yeah. And Rabbit playing the lifesteal once again. Yao, like I talked about on that Clockwork in the last game, played so very well. This time around, he's on the puck. I'm excited to see what he can do. And Jared on the Doom once more. So the lineup's very similar. You know, the only thing changing really is supports and obviously the puck here for LGD. They're changing things around for Tongfu a bit. Obviously, you see Kabu on that next assassin now. We'll talk about that once we actually jump into the game. Remember, it's a best-of-5 series, ladies and gentlemen. It's the quarterfinals. Obviously, it's a big, big win for whoever can get on to the semifinals here. I believe they're going up against Invictus Gaming. Somebody can confirm or deny that for me. That'd be great in the semifinals there. Obviously, the other semifinals already set with VG. Moving on like we talked about so often. So we are going to jump into the game. Looks like my open mic is working effectively. Thank God. Second game of the night, Ryu. Let's get some introductions done here. On the side of LGD. Down in the bottom lane, we're going to have Rabbit on the lifestealer once more. Joining him is going to be DD on the Chen. And DDC, the hero of the last game, will be on the Visage this time. In the mid lane, we'll have Yao. He's going to be on the puck. In that mid lane with a nice matchup going for him. And to round it out, we'll have none other than Jiao8 on the Doom. And Ryu, if you'd like to do Tongfu, go ahead.
Sanxing playing the Rubik, Kabu playing the Next Assassin, Zhao playing the DK, and ZMSJ playing the Enchantress, and Moob playing the Slark. Bam.
Wow, you just like rifled through those.
Alright, break time. I wanted to say about the, I guess we'll talk about the picks. I like LGD's lineup, actually this game way better than Tongfu's right now because of their initiation
30 seconds
and like this just their overall capability of getting into team fights. I think is just better right now, but because of the puck, he's going to control the game, I think, more than the DK. So we'll see what happens though.
I agree with you. I think it's all about control in team fights because they were lacking a little bit, but now they do have that with Yao. And they don't have too much control again on Tongfu's side, which was kind of the issue last time around. You talked about it during the game. Is like the only stuff they had ZS and J stun.
Yeah, we saw that the other day when they only had the Nyx Assassin stun for VG. Oh, puck miss is blocked though. This is actually pretty big, but he's going against a Slark though, so it's actually not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I mean you would know about missing blocks.
I would know about that. Don't bring up anything.
Mr. Ehug Ryu Baruz, excuse me, Pretty Boy Swag Ryu Baruz, former MLG Columbus player. Moo in the mid lane right now, working on getting some last hits. So it's the solo Slark versus Yao up in the solo puck, obviously. And with the, I think, Null Talisman, Puck does a decent job of getting last hits as well as harassing the Slark. But Slark with Essence Shift, you look at how much he takes with one chunk of a hit. So we'll see how that goes. And look at this offlane Doom from Jiao8. Very interesting play here. And this is, I like this lineup coming out from LGD because they can roam around with Chen in the jungle. They give the experience to Doom that he needs to get, and even a little bit of farm with Devour. So, yeah, I do like LGD's lineup a bit here. Not to say I don't like Tongfu's, but... Yeah,
they should get way more out of this because of the way the lanes are set up. Nyx Assassin's okay in the off lane, but if you have a lifestealer against him, he's definitely killable.
Pounce on Yao. Centaur Conqueror is just running into the tower and stomps. Nice phase shift from Yao, though. He's just like, I'm gonna get you. Sadly does not. Down in the bottom lane, Kabu taking some damage. Now, what do you think about this? Is that actually Dragon Tail on Jiao8, but Scorched Earth on the top lane, he should be fine. I was gonna ask, what do you think about Zhou playing the Dragonite in a carry capacity rather than being in a mid lane?
I guess they didn't want the DK to get shut down too hard, but I think DK does way better than Slark mid against a puck. But he's actually doing really well because he got he started off with a 4-man shield, so
he got pooled a little bit. So yeah, that's never a bad thing. So for now, we'll see how. I think it's really going to come down to the first rotation. The mid lane might be a critical focal point as well.
They just want to get the DK really fast. They want fast level 6 so they can push down this top tower with the Enchantress DK combo, more or less. So I can see why they want to do it. So it can work out.
Zhou is taking quite a bit of right click damage from Xiao Wei in that top lane, and he's actually just contesting the pull. He doesn't even care. He has Scorched Earth. He's got Devour. He's actually going to grab the Unholy Aura from that Satyr Hellcaller, and Zhou's going to get pushed back. So the regen is there from Xiao Wei, even without a Tango now, which is huge. So he's just going to sit in this lane. He is bullying them out of this. I mean, look at what Zhou is doing. He's so low in health, and he doesn't even actually have Dragon Blood yet, which is really where your regen comes from as a Dragonite. So this is critical for Zhou right now to get something going here.
The only bad thing is that his lanes are it's always gonna be pushed now. But I would trade that for that Satyr any day.
Yeah.
He basically got a gold mine right there. So
it's always nice. He's just gonna keep that. He'll even use Shockwave to harass from time to time.
Might die.
Yeah, look at
they
this.
They have 3 stuns, but he has. I don't know. It's gonna be close.
Centaur Conqueror's gonna go. Telekinesis first. Centaur Conqueror stun's gonna follow as well. Dragon Tail, I think, hit up already. Yeah, so Xiao Wei, he is getting body blocked, however. Look at this. He's still in a bit of trouble. Scorched Earth saving his life, but the Breathe Fire and the Fateful combining up to grab the kill for San Shang.
Yeah, those beautiful body blocks. They kind of stacked the stuns with the DK and the Rubik.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's still stunned in the air when he was but besides that, that was really good body blocks.
Yeah, they could have, I think, waited for the DK stun after the Centaur Conqueror stun. They knew they were going to get that off with Telekinesis. You see that combo so often, so it doesn't matter, though. I mean, we can just nitpick all day, but what it comes down to is they got to kill. And it was on the back of the body blocks, which were, like you said, beautiful, so. Oh, well.
No Midas Rush this game. Bottom lane.
Bottom, yeah, Kabu's going to get Grave Chilled. Nice open wounds. Going to go, Spike Carapace. But Kabu, he's going to get open wound. The Rage is going to go now. Does Rabbit want to dive? The Soul Assumption's there. The right click coming out. Rabbit does grab the kill. So an offlaner for an offlaner in the end for LGD. And, of course, not a bad pickup for them.
See, he bought his phase boots. And if he didn't have those phase boots, he would not have got that kill instead of going for the Midas. So great pickup from the Nyx. Now he's level 5. Even though the waves pushed a little bit now. The Visage should just pull the lane back, so they'll still do fine. It's worth it.
And this is just, I just love watching this type of play. And you mentioned it, like you could have gone for Midas, and maybe even any NEL player would go for that, but they want to get the kill instead. They want to be aggressive early on, and that's something that's different now with this patch, rather than just playing farm and just trying to get some sort of gold going.
This Chen. All right, I've been watching him closely, intensely. He's been praying for a Wildkin because he stacked this a lot, but he hasn't gotten yet.
Oh man, that's something he would like to get clearly.
Yeah, he's still level 2 at 5 minutes in the game. That's not good, but if once he gets it though, it'll be worth it.
Yeah.
Spawn. It's gonna do it. It's gonna do it. RNG. Oh,
he got it. He got it. So that's going to be a nice pickup. That'll be able to take that stack down and actually get him some levels, which he desperately needs. You talked about it. ZSMJ is at 3, almost 4 right now, so his jungle is going quite a bit better. Plus, he had that gank early on, that roam. DD wasn't part of that gank down bottom. It was just Rabbit, which is good because some of that solo experience. He's level 6 right now. Zhou is actually at level 5, and that's not bad. Mid lane, there seems to be action happening as Moo and Yao just exchanging blows a little bit, but Yao bottling up to about half health, and you look at Moo, he's actually got no bottle charges left himself, so both of them rather even. Level 6 for the Slark, so he does have Shadow Dance available. He's looking for the pounds. Nice phase shift, the Illusion Orb, the jaunt away. Ooh, yeah, with great play there to get out of danger.
Yeah, even if he had hit it, though, he wouldn't have gotten killed or anything, but it was a really nice play.
Yes.
Looking at these levels. Yeah, Chin's caught up now. All's good and dandy. They're going to probably try to get a kill. 6-minute rune. Visage, nice. Easy.
So, that's a double damager now going for the Visage. That's a big pickup for them. Up at the top lane, ZSMJ and San Shang are actually splitting the jungle a little bit, but here's DDC with that double damager rune like we just talked about. He's actually looking for Kabu. Just trying to zone him out, I think, and actually just pull the creep wave. He's just going to wrap around the tower and say hello and just leave. Just like that. Just being a neighbor.
The push is coming now on top. They're gonna, This is what they wanted to do.
Fast level 6. That's exactly right. So Zhou, Elder Dragon form, Tier 1 tower does get fortified, but Yao's the only one here right now. In fact, They actually gave mid-lane experience to Xiao for a second. He's trying to get to Doom. Look how aggressive Zhou's playing, though. He's looking for maybe a Dragon Tail with that range, and the wave is pulled back, actually. The Wildkins now tanking up the tower. It's going to fall. So we'll see if they can take this. There's no fortification. The deny coming through, not there yet. But now, Dream Coil onto 2. Sean Shen getting hit up with the illusion orb. Right click coming. There's going to be some silences going in. Zhou in trouble. The breathe fire not doing enough. It's a 2-for-nothing trade. They lose the tower. Still nice. Oh, wow. That buyback.
What? Was that a misclick?
Dire's middle tower.
No, he's going bottom. They're fighting bottom right now. They're looking for DD and DDC as the push was coming in. Zhou looking for a Dragon Tail. DD, the body blocks. He's body blocking with the creeps. What a player, DD.
He was kind of body blocking himself at the beginning, but then yeah, he managed to get it under control. The Slark actually might kill him though. He's not 6.
Oh, DD. DD. He's got no pendants. DDC's very low. Grave Chill. Oh, but the pounce and the Dark Pact, the right click, Soul Assumption doesn't matter. Moo grabs that kill. And they're actually looking for more. They want to get more off this buyback. The pounce, you can see the Shadow Dance to get that increased move speed for Moo. He's still going to get slowed a little bit. DDC's low. Oh, but they're not going to dive the tower. Now the TP reaction coming in. Xiao, he's got Doom up and ready to go. Now the Impale hits on it too. Actually, Rabbit. You can see he's raged up. He's going to grab 1 kill. Can they get the next? Moo Open Wounds is on cooldown for 10 seconds. They're not going to go for another one. And you got to question that buyback maybe from Zhou. I'm not sure if that was necessary.
Yeah, he didn't have any he didn't have his ulti, so it was kind of pointless to do it because he didn't have any range to do the stun. It might have been a misclick. That normally means a misclick. I'm pausing, guys. I don't know. It's never worth it to do it early game unless you're secure. You know for a fact you're going to get a kill. And the Nyx Assassin wasn't even close to a hero to get a stun off. So
to be fair, they got the Chen on it, but you know
that was just from the Slark roaming though.
Yeah, true.
So that was good. That was good rotation from the Slark, and he almost got another kill. But the TP support in from LGD was good, so he didn't get another kill.
So far right now, if we look at the gold graph while we have this pause for us, it's a 2,000 gold lead going for LGD, which is, you know, not entirely unexpected with how that fight went top. Although they are missing that tower in that top lane, so that's with a tower gone, and then there's a 2,000 experience lead as well. So that just, I think it means that they got more out of the lanes, like we talked about than Tongfu did.
Yeah, because look at the Nyx. He has 49 CS, and then the DK only has 28. So the Doom successfully contested at least a lot of his farm.
Mm-hmm.
So it worked out really well for LGG. See how this early mid game works out for them now.
Yeah, they have
the puck's almost he's not that far off actually from a blink dagger. Like 1,000 is nothing to make.
Yeah. So that's going to be a good early game for him. If he can, you know, just survive long enough to pick that up and have like maybe a 10, 11 minute blink dagger, he'll definitely be pretty happy with that. Down bottom, they're trying to work on this tier 1 tower, but it's not really going well for them. It's going to take them a bit of time. There's actually a fortification. DD is not here with any sort of, you know, creeps. He's going to bring 2 Centaur Conquerors. The Centaur train is here and ready. If he had a third one, it'd be even better, but obviously he doesn't have the level 4 Holy Persuasion just yet, so they're going to get pushed back. The creep wave is obviously not under the tower just yet, but it's about to be. Top lane, it is going to give room for Zhou to farm, and he might be ready to fight soon, but he's not got too much in terms of, you know, items just yet, whereas neither does Rabbit, but he actually has his drum done, which is a big pickup. So tier 1 tower, Fade Bolt's going to go, but the Centaur Conquerors and Xiao 8 will allow this for LGD to pick this up without a deny happening.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Really well played. They knew they couldn't really contest that, especially with all the chin. He actually wasn't 6 though, but it wasn't worth it to try and contest that. They probably would have lost the fight too. So.
Radiant's middle tower
See
is
some
under
Jay denying
attack.
that double damage rune that really, I mean, Xiao wanted, and you could see him eyeing it from across the way. He's like, it's a nice little rune I'd like to have. Sadly, he was not able to pick it up with a nice to die. Kabu's Vendetta and looking for blood, and potentially may find it on DDC or but they're going to get back. They still have this tier 1 tower, so Vendetta is now in play for Kabu. He is level 6. He got that rather quickly, being in the off lane, of course. So now it's sort of Tongfu just roaming around looking for, you know, either a space to create or kills to grab.
Yeah, that was a good sentry ward. It showed Well, the ward actually showed that the Nyx assassin was actually going up there, and then the sentry ward knew he was invisible when he was coming over, so they knew where he was the whole time. And Life Stealer, it's just he's gonna be out of control just like last game, and they have nothing to stop him.
Yeah, I mean, we saw the armlet timing from Rabbit in the previous game was very, very quick, and it's just like that. It's going to happen again, and this is all without a hand of Midas, mind you. So, and really, Midases have not been a factor at all in either of the series that we've seen. So, I actually like the fact that no one's picking it up a lot. It's very different from what you see in Western Dota as of right now. Rabbit's going to go ahead and rage and TP away after the pounce did go. So. Smart play there, just standard. No move was here. He pounced on him, and he just backs off immediately. Let's check out some items while we have the time here.
The Blink Dagger on Puck.
Yeah, that's one of them. It's actually flying out to him now. I believe on the courier is about to get to him there in that mid lane. So with Yao having that, it's that 11-minute, 46-second Blink Dagger timing. Braces are being built for DD. Xiao has now the Buckler, which is, of course, going towards his mech. And, you know, it looks like LGD is going to get that first set of items before Tongfu does here.
Yeah, smoke gank, and then they're gonna do the bomb. The bomb.
That's right. It's the we'll call it the. I mean, I don't know really what to call a puck bomb.
Dire's middle
Usually,
tower.
it's like a spear bomb for Storm Spirit. I guess you'd call it a fairy bomb. Is that
fairy bomb?
I mean, I guess that works. He's gonna blink right in. Silence onto 2. Dreamcoil only hits on Kabu, but still in a lot of trouble. Pounce away from Mu. Kabu should fall here. He's taking a lot of damage. Vendetta, Sentry Ward not up. They're actually backing off. Here's Zhou with the Elder Dragon form. They don't want to pursue this. Kabu coming in very dangerously. Now, send back home. Not in time. Some telekinesis is up. Xiao in trouble. Hand of God coming through, but he's going to do before he dies. Not the best play. Still, 2 down. LGD, they knew their first instinct was to leave. They stayed too long. And Tongfu take the victory in that fight.
Yeah, the puck only got 2 there, and then once they didn't get the kill on anybody, they just healed up with the Enchantress and success to go down.
Oh, big blink, big illusion of the Centaur stun. San Shang falls. Look at that turnaround from LGD. What a blink silence and illusion of some damage from Yao. The Centaurs are fighting each other. Meanwhile, now blink, Yao stunned from Zhou. Open wounds, Yao in trouble. Phase shift, will he jaunt? He will in time. Zhou getting chased away. Soul Assumption going through. No, it's right click damage. You can see ZSMJ back in with the Nature's Attendants. Right clicks coming through. Breathe fire. Everyone dropping low. But now Mu should fall here. Still low. Pounces up to get Xiao. He's back in the engagement. ZSMJ impetus damage. Trying to hit up on DDC. Not enough damage to grab the kill. Ern should do the job, however. He gets the ward up before he dies. There's the right click. There's the breathe fire. Illuse Europe again. Yao playing so well. Show's done. The stomps coming into the vicious familiars and the centaurs. But now Rabbit. Now he's pounced up, leashed. He's in trouble. Gonna try to get out. Can he get an infest off? He's so close, but he can't make it. He cannot make it. In the end, it's 8-8. The buybacks aplenty all over the place, really. Wow.
Yeah, that buyback helped secure that Lifestealer kill. So that was actually worth it for the Lifestealer. I mean, for the Slark buyback. But they're still not going to get any towers out of this, and they're actually going to lose the Slark.
Oh no, he's doomed up, he's dream coiled, he is in real big trouble, and he's not going to get denied. Doom grabs the kill, Sansheng so close to denying him, but not able to. Kabu with the Impale spell was stolen. What's that going to be? It's going to be the Scorched Earth, not helping him in that fight, but still, like you mentioned, Slark going down, and these teams are just trading kills like caged animals, man. They're going back and forth, beating each other up, and really, it's not stopping anytime soon. Mech's gonna go.
Yeah, the mech's done for the Doom.
Yeah.
Saw it there. They should be able. They're gonna get this tower. It's gone, and they're gonna have 2 towers. They're gonna have. No, they have only 1 tower up.
Is under attack.
But it's still this is the mid tower. They're gonna have a lot of map control now.
It's, I mean, I don't know. That fight went drastically the way of Tongfu at the beginning. When they had the Slark there, they caught Xiao out of position as well, and Rabbit did go down eventually. But I think it was more so the fact that when Zhou has Elder Dragon form, they fight. When he doesn't, what do? You need to back off, maybe. Is that the case in this game, or am I just crazy?
No, you're right. They need the DK for the initiation, because they've been having all these sentries down on the ground for the Nyx assassin. They have, look at right now, they have 3. They have like a triangle going on.
The Triforce of the Sentry Wards.
So the only
Radiant's
initiation they're
middle
having
tower
right
is
now is
under
either the long range stun with DK or like Rubik lift, and if Rubik's in the front lines, you're gonna get blown up by the
Radiant's
Pucker
bottom tower
or
is under
the
attack.
Nyx. So
Dire's top
this is gonna be
tower
another
is
tower
under
gone,
attack.
but they might get Roshan out of this. Do they all have TPs? They might know this.
Yeah.
They all have TPs, so if they knew, it's actually a DD
Dire's
rune.
top tower has
They're going to try
fallen.
to contest this. If they know this is happening,
They
there's a
know.
ward here, they
Radiant's
should have
bottom
vision of them
tower
at least
is
going
under
towards
attack.
the Roche pit, if not the bottom lane. So they don't see him there. You can see the armlet, or excuse me, the medallion's doing work, but here we see the familiars coming through, the stomps up. Zhou taking the first stomp and the second one from the Visage Familiar. Elder Dragon form, Dragon Tail coming through the fight. Now going the way, Blink, Silence, Infest out. Look at the damage coming through. CSMJ is the first to fall. Zhou is going to be next. Too much damage. Nice and Pale, doesn't matter. Kabu should fall here. Doom is up on Mu. They kept it there. The initiations from Yao and the Infest out is too much for Mu to stand. Double kill for Rabbit coming through. That's 4 down. That's a Roche going for LGD and a big fight.
Yeah, it basically started off with them. They had to back because the troll was scouting them out with the Visage Birds, so they had to back off because they knew they were all coming. They had this dire ward showing it, and then the great initiation, like you said, from the Puck and the Nyx bombs.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
It's beautiful. Good silence onto like 3 or 4, and with the Infest.
That just is so much damage. It's unreal how much
Did
damage.
and then the Slark got doomed.
Yeah.
This Doom pick is just like countering the heck out of Slark. He gets doomed he's gotten doomed every game, like in every situation that needs to be. So.
Yeah. And you kind of expect that to happen. You need some way to deal with him, and even Bristleback as well, which has been picked up a lot recently. Rabbit's not done fighting, however. He's just gonna he's just gonna rage and just drive by on the lifestealer. His Basher's done now. It's 17 minutes in the game. That's ridiculous farm when you consider that no Midas. It's just disgusting, and I think it's a byproduct again of the supports and obviously Yao making room for Rabbit to get kills and farm.
Yeah, the one thing is I like about the Doom is that even if you have the Enchantress versus Chen duel, you could just eat the creep and steal the creep. So Enchantress isn't going to be winning on the creep battle.
No, really isn't. You have that you've got the X factor, if you will, in that sort of regard. So, yeah, Zhao played really well. He's gotten caught out like once or twice, but nothing too serious. That's really cost his team all that much. And Yao is just gonna do it again. You see it again in Song Sheng. He just force-taps himself to death there, it looks like, and Kabu's gonna be next. This is just too much damage. Puck, double kill, Doom on Mu again. Killing spree for Rabbit. Mu trying to leave. This is gonna be a team wipe, and if not a team wipe, GG altogether, and there it is. Wow, Ryu, wow.
It's just that Puck Nyx combination really is too strong. They have nothing to stop it.
LGD
nothing at all.
Victory.
So
man, like that first game you saw strong play from Tongfu, yeah, even this game too, but
it was just an outpick in my mind this game because they had nothing to deal with their initiations they had nothing to deal with it. So really well played by them.
Yeah, I agree 100% with you. The draft, I mean, look at this. Tongfu didn't even get above level 10 on some of these heroes here. DDC was still level 8 himself, but, he had 10 assists on that Visage. So, a quick game, sub 20 minutes. Obviously, we're a little bit behind schedule here, so I guess we'll take it. But still, guys, we've had a great series so far. We'll see if Tongfu can get back into it. Obviously, really great games, and excited to see what can get next. Ree, we have any shout-outs, or, where can they find you before we head out of here?
They can find me at Ruboda and for all you guys who don't know what it means Dragon Ball Z. So there you go. Ru means dragon, Boru means ball, and then Z means Z. So now there's your trivia for the day.
Nice. See, that's where the name comes from. But if you're like anybody else in the North American scene, you're just gonna call him Ryu.
Yes, please do.
Yes. So, once again, thanks for joining us. If you enjoy the cast, please leave us any sort of comments, criticism, feedback in the chat. We'll put some good music up for you in just a second. If you enjoyed the cast, my name is Maut. You can follow me at twitter.com/MautDota2. That's MAUT Dota2. And we'll be back with Game 3 in a second, guys, so stick around.